Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme today is ebb and flow. So let's just allow ourselves to kind of go with the flow, I suppose, is really where the ebb and flow comes into it. So let's play around with that a bit today. And as always, throughout the practice, listen to your body. Only do what feels right for you today. Lots of hip work and glute work today. So let us begin by lying down. Make yourself comfortable on your mat in whatever lying position you prefer. And close your eyes. Let go of your day and everything that's going on in your life. And just bring yourself to the mat. And let your attention go to your sense of touch. Becoming aware of your connection with the mat. Of the temperature of your skin. The texture of your clothes. And then let your attention go to that screen at the back of your eyelids. Noticing what it presents to you. The colors and shapes. And moving that attention now to your sense of smell, imagining your favorite scent. And as you inhale, feel that scent filling your body and your mind. And then focus on your sense of hearing, becoming aware of all the sounds around you. The near and the far, the soft and the loud, without identifying them. Just allow those sounds to drift through you. And then from all of those sounds, isolate the sound of yourself breathing. Letting that come to the fore. Noticing the ebb and flow of your breath as it moves through your body. And then beginning to control your breath. Inhaling through your nose, filling your belly. Pause. And then exhale through your nose. And imagine now that you're inhaling and exhaling through a little hole at the base of your throat. Beginning to make a nice soft sound with that exhale. So it sounds like the ocean or a baby snoring. And let's see, can we continue to use that breath? It's called your victorious breath. So let's use that victorious breath throughout the practice. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, bending your knees, roll over onto your side and come up to sit. You might want to sit on a block to start with. So make yourself nice and comfortable on your mat or on your block. Sitting up nice and tall, equal weight on both seat bones, nice long spine. Close your eyes, recall that victorious breath. And then let's just raise the head up and gently bow it down. And again, drawing it up and bowing it down. Once more. And coming back to the center, turning the head all the way to the left. And then keeping that chin parallel to the floor, slowly turn it all the way to the right, as far as it will go. And again, drawing it back to the left, feeling the stretch in the neck. And to the right. And one more time on each side. And then coming back to the center, let the head, the ear just drop to one side, so the left ear towards the left shoulder, feeling the stretch on the right side of the neck. And then let's take it over to the other side. And back to the center, drawing those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. And again, up and back and down. One more time. Bringing the hands onto the shoulders and drawing big circles with those elbows. And then coming back to the center, let's draw the right arm up and take a bend to the left, feeling that stretch all down the right side of the body. Continuing with that victorious breath, let's take 2 more breaths here. And then taking it over to the other side. Keeping the shoulders square so the chest is still open. And coming all the way up, let's take a twist now to the left. Letting the belly button determine how far you twist. And each breath just helping you to deepen that twist a little further. And coming back to the center, let the body settle. And let's take it to the right. And back to the center. And just clasping the fingers together, raise the arms up over the head, release, bring them back and down, and again. And one more time. And then from here, let's make our way to tabletop. And in our tabletop, remember we want our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees, our feet straight out behind us where we can't see them. And doing a couple of cat-cows to just get ourselves moving and start to link up with our breath. So inhale into your cow and exhale through to your cat. And then coming back to tabletop, let's lift the right leg up so the knee is at hip height. You can keep the knee bent. Raise the head, raise the leg up further than hip height. So it's like you're doing your cow. And then draw the knee in, bow the head towards it, so head, knee to nose, like you're doing your cat. And on your next inhale, lifting up, exhale, drawing in. Two more. And let's take that to the other side. So lifting up that left leg, drawing up as we inhale and exhale as you bring that knee to nose. Two more times. And coming back into your tabletop. And then from here, lifting the right leg out to the side, so the knee comes out to the side. And let's do a full rotation. So you're circling your leg like this. First in one direction. And then in the other direction. And then keeping that right leg up, shifting the weight onto the left side of your body, so your left hand and knee taking the weight as you hold that right leg if you can. If you can't reach the leg, reach towards it. If you've got the foot, then just encourage it up a little bit more so you feel a bigger stretch on that quad. Going to the breath, that victorious breath. Then release the foot, keeping it up. Let the right hand come down, level out the body, and draw the left hand over. So we're getting a different type of movement in the body, and you can possibly get a deeper stretch on the quad, raising it higher. And then releasing that leg, step it to the front. Coming onto the heel so that the foot is flexed. Keep the left hand on the mat and raise the right hand up. You'll feel a really good stretch in that right leg. One more breath here. And draw the right hand down and the right leg back. Let's take that on the other side. So, shifting the weight into the right side of the body, the right hand, the right leg, lifting up that left leg, hold on to the foot, and let the body come sideways. Encouraging that stretch in the quad. One more breath here. Then bring the left hand down, level up the body, and reach around with the right hand to the left leg, lifting that leg up higher. One more breath. And then releasing the leg, bring the right hand down. Step that left leg to the front, coming onto the heel of it. And draw the left hand up with the right hand on the mat. One more breath here. And bringing it all back. Coming back into your tabletop, let's push back to a child's pose, arms out in front. And then from here, we're going to bring it into a plank. So coming up with your shoulders over your wrists, heels over your toes. And from here, bringing yourself down onto your mat, whichever way you prefer. So either coming down knees, feet, chest and belly, or come straight down. And then push back to your child's pose. So let's repeat that. We'll just do one breath per move. So taking a breath here in child's pose. And then moving it into your plank for a breath. Making your way down onto your mat, taking a breath. Push back to child's pose for a breath. And again, into your plank. Coming down. Child's pose. Once more, plank. Coming down. Pushing back. And then from here, let's just make our way up into our downward dog. So push the hips back towards the back of the mat, pedaling your legs to open them out, and making your way into your version of downward dog. Nice long spine, hips going to the back, shoulders away from ears, gaze towards the belly button. And one more breath here. And then walking those feet up to meet the hands and coming all the way up to the top of your mat to stand. Good, okay, let's take a couple of sun salutes. So standing at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart, equal weight in both feet. Standing up nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, raise the arms up, palms together, raise the gaze and take a breath. And sweeping those arms out to the side, forward fold. Remembering that victorious breath, listening to the ocean sound you're making with your breath. And halfway lift, nice long spine in the halfway lift. And forward fold again. Let's step the right leg back for a low lunge. And then through to our plank. We'll take 3 breaths here in plank. And bringing yourself down onto your mat, whatever way you choose. And coming up into your back bend, keeping the gaze on the mat. All the action here is in your core. And then activate the hands to push yourself on up through tabletop to downward dog. Raising that right leg out behind you and step it through low lunge. And let's step up into our forward fold for a breath. Bend the knees, coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold again. Really starting to push yourself now as you step your left leg back. Let that knee go back as far as it can so you really get a big stretch in this quad and then lift up to your low lunge. Remembering to engage that core as you exhale through to your plank. 3 breaths in plank. Keep the hands nice and active here so you're pressing away from the mat. And then lowering yourself down onto the mat. And lifting up into your back bend. Pushing through tabletop to your downward dog. And then stretching that left leg out behind you. If you struggle to get your leg up to the top when you're doing this, sometimes it helps to swing your leg out. So rather than trying to pull it through, swing it out to the side and see if that gets you up a little bit further than normal. And then low lunge. And stepping through to your forward fold. Bend the knees all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze. Let's go again on each side, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Right leg back into your low lunge, challenging yourself here. And then through to your plank. Again, being active in your plank. And bringing yourself down onto your mat with control, whichever way you choose to lower down, always with control. And then drawing the forehead and chest away and through to your downward dog. Stretching that right leg out behind you and step it through. Remember, bring it a little wide if you want. Low lunge. And let's bring it up into our forward fold. Nice deep forward fold now. Your body's really well warmed up. See how deep you can get. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze. Forward fold. Nice and deep. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Stepping the left leg back for your low lunge. And then through to your plank. And bringing yourself down onto your mat and into your back bend. Through to downward dog. One more breath here. And stretch the left leg out behind you, stepping it through, low lunge. Into your forward fold, really deep forward fold. And bend the knees, coming all the way up, bringing the hands into prayer at the chest. And from here, let's come to the long side of the mat, with the feet pointing to the front, and let's just sink the hips down into a squat. Coming nice and deep as you can go. Let's just draw the arms up like cactus arms. Keeping those elbows back so they're in line with the shoulder. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then coming up, open out the legs, bring the arms into a T, soften the shoulders. And again, coming down into your squat. With the arms up, fingers pointing upwards. One more breath. And again, coming up into your star pose. Oh, Oliver's coming to join in. This is Oliver, my cat. And again, sinking down into your squat. This time, bring the hands together, elbows together, palms together. And then open them out. Close them across. And open them out. One more time. And then from here, we're going to hinge at the hips to come down and forward. And let the elbows rest on the knees. You can turn your toes outwards. As you do this, you'll just feel a different dynamic. And from here, we're going to bring it into a spider pose. So lifting up onto your toes, bring the hands down and cross them. So you're up on your toes. Good, you should feel the dynamic there. In the arms and the legs. And then staying on your toes, lift up, bring the hands up over the head. One more breath. And let the heels come down. Good, and I think Oliver is going to leave us now. Thank you for joining us, Oliver. And let's step it up to the top of the mat. Good, so hopefully you felt that really quite strong on the insides of your legs there. And from here, feet hip-width apart, standing up tall. Let's draw the arms up over the head, like we were doing a sun salute, palms together. And from here, raise the head, drawing back into a back bend. Coming back to center, let's take a bend to the right, feeling the whole left side of the body stretch. Coming back to center and take it to the left. And back to the center, coming to step it out onto the mat. Toes to the front, arms out in a T. Bending the knees to come into a squat. Coming back to upright. Swivel on this right foot. Turn that left foot inwards slightly, bending the front leg, warrior one. And then through to a triangle. Keep that right leg bent. And then draw the left hand down, frame the foot, swivel on the back leg. So now you're facing the top of the mat. Forward fold over this right leg. Opening it out. Draw the left knee down, low lunge. And bring the hands down once again. Coming up onto that left leg, we're going to just swing around to the back of the mat. Into your low lunge. From here, lifting up into your forward fold over this left leg. So right foot on the mat, opening out the left leg as you fold forward over it. Bending that left knee, bring the left hand inside triangle. If you find this difficult, you can rest on the thigh. Lifting up to your warrior one, lining up the heels. Back to the center of the mat. Into your squat. Rising back up to star. And then let's step it up to the back of the mat. Draw the hands up over the head. Raise the gaze. Bring the head back to center. Let's take a bend to the left. Through center. Take a bend to the right. Back to the top. And step it out to your star. Sinking down into your squat. And back to your star. Swivel on this left foot. So left foot comes to the front, or to the back actually, and turn the right foot in. Bending this left knee. Soften the shoulders, warrior one. Sorry, warrior two. Through to your triangle with that bent front leg. And then just swiveling that back foot into your forward fold over this front leg. Bending the right knee, low lunge. From here, bringing the hands down, we're just going to swing to the front of the mat this time. Open out the foot. Low lunge. And lifting up into your forward fold, remembering that breath. Allowing the breath to ebb and flow with the movement. Forward fold over this front leg. And then bending that front knee, step the left foot across so your heels are lined up. And bring it into your triangle. Lifting up here to warrior two. And stepping it up to the top of the mat. Palms together. Let's take it again on each side. So standing with those feet hip width apart, palms together. Raise the gaze. Gaze back to the center, taking a bend to the right. Back to the center, bend to the left. Back to the center, step it out to your star. Down to your squat. Back to your star. Turning this right foot to the top of the mat, turn the left foot in, bending that right knee, warrior two. Reaching forward, windmilling down into your triangle. From here, turning that left foot to the front, forward fold over the front leg. And down into your low lunge. Bringing the hands down, we are taking it over to the back of the mat, into your low lunge. And drawing up to your forward fold over your left leg. Step the right foot across so the heels line up, bending the left knee into your triangle. Lifting up to your warrior two. Turning the feet into your star pose. And down into your squat. Lifting up to star. And stepping it up to the back of the mat, palms together, raise the gaze. Gaze to the center, taking a bend to the right. Back through the center, bend to the left. Back to the center, stepping it into your star. And sinking down to your squat. And up to your star. Turning that left foot to the back of the mat, turn the right foot in, warrior two. Sticking with that ebb and flow of your breath, let's bring it into a triangle. And through to that forward fold over the front leg, so you need to step that right foot across slightly. And down to your low lunge. Bringing the hands down, just swing it across. So our low lunge is facing the other direction. And then stepping up to your forward fold over your right leg. Step the left foot across, lining up the heels, bending this front leg, raise the left hand up for your triangle. Lifting up to warrior one, warrior two, getting my warriors mixed up. And coming into a star. Sinking down to your squat. And up to the star. Let's step it up to the top of the mat, palms together. And a bend to the left. Through center, a bend to the right. Back to the top, raise the gaze. And back to center, bringing the arms down. From here, let's just raise the arms up and sweep them down, coming in to a forward fold. And then making your way down to tabletop and push back to your child's pose. One more breath here. And then let's come down onto our mat, bending the knees, lower the back, having those feet about shoulder width apart. And let's lift up into a bridge here, taking 3 breaths. And lowering down. Let's lift up again, this time lifting the right foot up and resting it on the left thigh. And then raise the right foot up. And let the right foot come down, lowering the body down, hug the knees into the chest. Now bringing those feet back down onto the mat, let's take it on the other side. So lifting up into a bridge, put the left foot on the right thigh. And then raise that left leg up, pressing into the mat with the right foot. One more breath. And bringing the left leg down, lowering the body down, hugging the knees into the chest. And bring the knees down again, and this time roll over onto your belly. Draw the arms back to either side of the chest. Bending the right foot. Lift the left leg up and rest it on the right foot. Raise the gaze. And lower the forehead, lower the leg. Let's try that on the other side. So bending the left leg, lift the right leg onto it and raise the gaze. And lowering the forehead down. And the legs down. Rolling over onto your back. Bending the knees. Hug those knees into the chest and just roll out the back. And And when you're ready, let your feet come down onto the mat and your legs come out long, arms down by your side, palms facing upwards. And allow the body to soften, relax, release, and let go. Letting go your toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your calves and your shins, your knees, front and back. Letting go your thighs, front and back. Letting go your glutes and your pelvis. The length of your back, your shoulder blades. Letting go the whole front of your body, chest and shoulders. Your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Letting go the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And identifying a moment of joy in your life today. And filling your heart full of gratitude for that moment of joy. And let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhale. And with each breath, feel your body become heavier and heavier. So heavy that you couldn't lift your limbs off the floor. Every breath adding more weight. And now change. Begin to feel lighter with each breath. Every breath just making your body lighter and lighter and lighter. So light that you're barely touching the mat. Feeling like you're floating. Every breath making you lighter and lighter. And and spend a little time here floating in this lightness.